hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now. Yeah, I'm too up. Round blew up. Copped that new rape on them haters. Threw up. Brother went to jail for them. Told me you up. First time I seen 100 bands, yeah, I grew up. Ooh, on the couches with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we were blowing your budget in the club to booth up. If your dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up. Ooh, I'm with right now, I got you. Right now, nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now. Cause we too up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. First I pull up, hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl. All the pomp, all the circumstance, all the pageantry. It doesn't get any better than this, partner.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment. This type of a game, for all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the buildup, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
Check 50, check 50. Check 14, run it.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Run left, run left. Shotgun. Go.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
19.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Wilson on 1st down. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, but when you're the one setting the pace, jumping out in front, that has to feel great for the entire organization.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things set.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. That hold coming from the left side of the line. Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the shotgun, Wilson. It's caught on the right side, Williams. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with... these receivers if we're in man coverage, because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it? Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He goes underneath for Anderson. 7 yards on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, a ball may come your way. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Shotgun. 14. 95.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And avoids the contact by sliding. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense. And the sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson to throw again. Rolling to his right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. On 3rd down. A dump off to Anderson. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And Janikowski bangs it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And he whips that one incomplete there. Niles Paul, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And he's got Moncrief. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Watch 39, Lucy. Hey, follow.
A handoff to Fournette. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Defensively, the tackle by Cam Chancellor.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen.
Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Let's go.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep, and that's caught inside the 30. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Sunday.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bad.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 23 yards on the play.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Don't take forever, okay?
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. From the gun, it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. C.J. Anderson, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Let's go, 14. Far left.
To throw on 3rd down. Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. 3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a 1st down.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right? And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Malik Jackson breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Gets it to Benjamin, it's caught. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And Dixon over the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Wilson will throw again. Able to power through. And now he'll tuck it and run. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run Anderson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. C.J. Anderson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. And he'll bang that one through. Out to kick is Janikowski. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run with Fournette. It spins away.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Let's go, let's go.
On the run, it's Fournette. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the Jaguars send out their punter. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. From the gun, Wilson escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. Looking long for Westbrook. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Mike's 39, Lucy.
A handoff, Fournette running left. Oh, now he bowls him over. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Bortles. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Dante Fowler in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Wilson operating from the gun. And he's going to go down again. Calais Campbell in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to go for a big, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin, 62 2 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Janikowski now for the point after. Janikowski good with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Out to kick is Janikowski. That'll be taken in the end zone. Uses the spin. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And now out come the Jags. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing now is Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On first down, Bortles being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left. He's got it at the 15. And now running right through it. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. He's going to get it running right. He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. Now here's a timeout, as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good, and that will knock things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The never-tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all All that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
380. 380.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
72. Lucy.
This is Fournette. Fournette, a first down, still going. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. His second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And the tight end Dixon left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On first down, Wilson. And Dixon has it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense. You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
95. Go, 14. 14. Tempo.
Again, Wilson. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Wilson now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed.
Spread right, 72. 76. Hey, follow.
Fournette. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Hall bringing it in. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there. And this is a pretty good kick. Returnable for Lockett. Very good return that time. 18 yards. The Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson going to throw again. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a 1st down as well. 1st and 10. It's Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now it's Wilson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Play action. It's Wilson sliding out of the pocket. He goes underneath for Anderson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing is Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Now Fournette. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. K'Wan Williams, the one that got him down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Again, it's Fournette. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well. And
as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Running left is Fournette, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Bortles now to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He's got a man. Incomplete. They give him a gain of 38.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion and the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
76.
Now they try the right side here. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here?
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Frank Clark with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now Wilson escaping the pressure right. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. On 2nd down, Wilson. Benjamin's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Completes it to Dixon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Wilson on 1st down. It's caught. Block it. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he gets it down to the 32. 1st down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. to throw. A dump off to Anderson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. He's back to throw. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw. It's caught right side, Dixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now Wilson. He may try and run for this. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go get it right here. Come on. Quick. Run it.
Wilson to throw. Dancing to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there.
14.
Throwing now is Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. And the Jaguars have done it. Jacksonville, the Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists a Lombardi trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.